Altcoins. You've probably heard this term if you've spent any time in the crypto world. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and thousands of other cryptocurrencies. But what exactly are altcoins? Which ones matter? And how do you tell the difference between legitimate projects and worthless scams? In this video, I'll explain everything you need to know about altcoins, from what they are to which categories exist and how to evaluate them. Let's dive in. Altcoin is short for alternative coin. It literally means any cryptocurrency that isn't Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, launched in 2009. Every cryptocurrency created after Bitcoin is technically an altcoin. This includes Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency. It includes Solana, Cardano, and Ripple. It includes stablecoins like USDC. It even includes meme coins like Dogecoin. If it's not Bitcoin, it's an altcoin. There are currently over 20,000 different altcoins in existence, though the vast majority are worthless or outright scams. So why do altcoins exist? Bitcoin proved that decentralized digital money could work, but developers saw opportunities to improve on Bitcoin's design or create cryptocurrencies for entirely different purposes. Some altcoins aim to be faster than Bitcoin. Some want to be more energy efficient. Some focus on privacy. Others enable smart contracts and decentralized applications. Each altcoin is essentially an experiment, trying to solve problems or offer features that Bitcoin doesn't provide. Let's break down the major categories of altcoins. Understanding these categories helps you make sense of the overwhelming number of cryptocurrencies out there. First, we have platform coins. These are blockchains that let developers build applications on top of them. Ethereum is the biggest example. It pioneered smart contracts and hosts most DeFi applications and NFTs. Competitors include Solana, known for very fast and cheap transactions; Cardano, which emphasizes academic research and peer review; Avalanche, Polkadot, and others, all competing to be the platform where developers build the next generation of decentralized applications. Payment coins focus on being better money than Bitcoin. Litecoin was one of the first, designed to be faster and cheaper for everyday transactions. Bitcoin Cash split from Bitcoin specifically to enable more transactions per block. Monero and Zcash focus on privacy, hiding transaction details that are public on Bitcoin. Ripple, now called XRP, targets banks and international money transfers. Whether any of these actually improve on Bitcoin for payments is debatable, but that's their stated goal. Stablecoins are cryptocurrencies designed to maintain a stable value, usually pegged to the US dollar. USDC and USDT are backed by actual dollars in bank accounts. DAI is algorithmic, maintaining its peg through smart contracts. Stablecoins aren't investments since they don't go up in value, but they're crucial for crypto trading and DeFi. They let you move money on blockchains without exposure to volatility. Meme coins started as jokes but became a genuine category. Dogecoin began as a parody of cryptocurrency hype, featuring the Shiba Inu dog meme. It has no serious technology or purpose, yet it's worth billions because people like it and use it for tipping and donations. Shiba Inu coin copied Dogecoin and created an entire ecosystem around it. Meme coins are purely speculative. They have no fundamental value. People buy them hoping for viral momentum and quick profits. Most meme coins crash to zero. A few become cultural phenomena. Utility tokens are created by specific projects to use within their ecosystem. Chainlink provides data to smart contracts and uses the link token for payment. Filecoin offers decentralized storage and uses FIL tokens. Uniswap governance uses Uni tokens for voting on protocol changes. These tokens have specific functions within their projects, though whether that creates real value is often questionable. Exchange tokens are issued by crypto exchanges. Binance Coin, now called BNB, gives users discounts on trading fees and powers the Binance Smart Chain. FTX token was massive until the exchange collapsed in 2022 and the token went to zero. Exchange tokens succeed when their exchange succeeds and can die when the exchange fails. Now let's talk about how altcoins are created. Most altcoins start with an initial coin offering, or ICO, now often called token sales or launches. Developers write a white paper explaining their idea, create tokens, and sell them to early investors. This raises money to build the project. ICOs were huge in 2017, raising billions. Most of those projects failed or turned out to be scams. Some, like Ethereum, became major successes. Today, launching on decentralized exchanges or through airdrops is more common, but the principle is the same. Create tokens, distribute them, hope people find them valuable. Here's the uncomfortable truth about altcoins. The vast majority are terrible investments. Of the 20,000 plus altcoins in existence, maybe a few dozen have legitimate technology and real-world use. A few hundred more are questionable, but not outright scams. The rest are either failed experiments, abandoned projects, or deliberate frauds designed to steal your money. The crypto space is filled with pump and dump schemes, rug pulls where developers drain all the funds and disappear, and projects that promise revolutionary technology but deliver nothing. So, how do you evaluate altcoins? Start with the team. Who created this? Are they real people with track records? Anonymous teams are red flags unless there's a very good reason. Look at the technology. Does this actually solve a problem? Is the solution better than existing options? Or is it just buzzwords and hype? Read the white paper if there is one, though be aware that scammers write convincing white papers too. Check the tokenomics. How many tokens exist? How are they distributed? If the team holds most of the supply, that's concerning. If tokens are released slowly over time, that's usually better than all tokens created instantly. Look at actual usage. Does anyone use this blockchain or application? Or is it just speculation? Ethereum processes millions of transactions daily. Many altcoins process almost nothing despite big market caps. Check the community. Is there real organic interest? Or does it feel like paid shilling and bot activity? Be extremely skeptical of anything promising guaranteed returns, using celebrity endorsements, or creating artificial urgency with phrases like last chance or limited time. Let's address market cap versus price. Beginners often think a coin priced at $1 is cheaper than Bitcoin at $50,000. This is completely wrong. Price alone is meaningless. What matters is market cap, which is price times total supply. A coin with 1 trillion tokens priced at 1 cent has a $10 billion market cap. Bitcoin with 21 million coins at 50,000 each has about $1 trillion market cap. That 1 cent coin would need to 100x in market cap to reach Bitcoin's size, which might be impossible. Always look at market cap, not price. Altcoin seasons happen periodically. These are periods when altcoins significantly outperform Bitcoin. Money flows into riskier, smaller coins seeking higher returns. During altcoin seasons, even mediocre projects can 10x or more. But when the music stops, altcoins crash much harder than Bitcoin. The 2017 altcoin boom saw thousands of coins gain 50x to 100x, and then lose 95% to 99% of their value in 2018. The same pattern repeated in 2021 and 2022. Altcoin seasons create life-changing gains for those who time them perfectly, and devastating losses for those who don't. Should you invest in altcoins? That depends entirely on your risk tolerance and whether you can afford to lose your investment. Bitcoin is the most established, most secure, most decentralized cryptocurrency. It's boring, but relatively safe compared to altcoins. Ethereum is second, with real usage and a massive ecosystem. It's riskier than Bitcoin, but still relatively established. Everything else is significantly more speculative. Newer altcoins can offer huge gains, but the vast majority will fail. If you do invest in altcoins, treat it as high-risk speculation, not investment. Some practical rules if you're considering altcoins. Never invest money you can't afford to lose completely. Diversify across multiple coins rather than going all in on one. Take profits when things go up rather than getting greedy. Be prepared for extreme volatility. Coins can drop 50% in a day and recover the next week. Don't fall in love with projects. Be willing to sell if your thesis changes. Avoid coins that sound too good to be true. They usually are. Stay away from anything requiring you to recruit others. That's a pyramid scheme. The future of altcoins is uncertain. Some will solve real problems and create genuine value. Most will fail and disappear. A few might even surpass Bitcoin and Ethereum, though that seems unlikely. The technology is real and innovation continues, but so do scams and failures. Navigating altcoins requires research, skepticism, risk management, and the acceptance that you'll probably be wrong more often than right. For most people, sticking to Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum is the smarter choice. Altcoins are for those willing to gamble and do serious research. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe. In the next video, I'll break down the top 5 cryptocurrencies, explain what makes each one unique, and which ones might actually be worth paying attention to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.